Hello, Professor Morgan here, trying to make your life easier and to show you kind of what a completed class in Canvas may look like. There's a few different options you can do. So I did the training over the summer, and I built a class for that I was going to use this for this fall. This is the class right here in question. And so I just want to kind of show you, like, it's almost like we're doing a puzzle, right? As we're putting all the pieces together, we're like, what is the puzzle supposed to look like when we're done? So there's a few different ways that Canvas works and the way that the logic works. So I'll kind of show you how that works. So let's look at the class that I had created from scratch. Okay. So when I click on this, so I was on the dashboard. Okay, again, I was on dashboard, and then I was like, this is the class, whatever. So this is the one that I had built. Okay, and it defaults to the home page. Now the home page, the way that I set it up is, and I'll explain this to you in a second. So I kind of set it up as by weeks. Like this is what the students have to do in a particular week. Okay. And I think, can I collapse it? Yeah, I can collapse that. How cool is that? So when they land on there, okay, but they're like, well, where's the fun banner up front with all the information like welcome to the class and where's that information? Well, I just created its own little thing right here. These are actually literally called modules, and we'll talk about that in just a second. So, like my welcome to English 213. So if they click on here, right, the class information, well, there it is, huh? There's the information that I would have like at the top of my Moodle page before. So whatever. Now note the way that the logic works in Canvas is like they can access it all over here. Okay, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to view this as a student. So we'll go back to the home page. Okay, and view as a student because this is also what the students are going to see. So when the students go in, they see the homepage. They're like, okay, well, there's this stuff, and they want to click on here. They go, okay, welcome to the class. That shows when it meets and where it meets, all whatever. Okay, but you'll notice that when they clicked on that, it goes over here to the pages because this is considered a page, just a page of information. Okay, but then I was like, okay, but now if you really want to get into the work, you have to click on the modules section, which is right there. Okay, so you click on modules. And again, this is all student view here. So then we're like on the modules and we can see what week we're in and stuff like this. And why that's important, because I mean, if they want to select on, oh, I'd say they want to look at quizzes, well, then guess what? It shows up all the quizzes and what the due dates are and stuff like that. Is that really what you want them to be doing? I don't know. It's like it's from an organizational point of view. So I decided to use modules as like my format. Okay. Now let's go ahead and exit the student view. And I'm going to show you a couple of little tricks that I learned along the way here. So I'm going to go back to home. The first thing I'm going to show you, actually before we get to home, is under this thing for settings. So click here, settings. You saw that I had this cool little Shaw Bears, graphic, whatever. So if for my course, when I just you can just choose add an image and put it in there or whatever. So because on the dashboard itself, you can see, hey, there's composition. I mean, so if you like have a English class, maybe you want to have something that looks Englishy. I don't Englishly. I don't even know what that means. Okay, but that's where I got that image from, and that's how I did it. Okay, is I just went into this, I went into settings, and I could change what the image was for that. Okay, and that was like, okay, well, that's good for you, Jason. Yeah, okay, well, it's the thing. Now for the home page, you actually can choose what you want to have be on the home page. So when it just defaults to the home page, if you go over here to the right, it says choose home page. So if you click on that, okay, then it gives you some options. Now, right now, I have selected to go directly to the course modules because that's the way that I decided. Well, it's linear and it makes sense to me. But you could also like I created a page, right? Okay, so if I say I wanted my home page to be a page, I could do that. Okay, and then hit save. Okay, so now again, if I go back to my dashboard and I go to the course, my home page will land on this page. Okay, I was like, oh, well, that's cool. But then if I want to actually do the work and get into the work, then it's like, okay, I put right here, to access the course material, please click on the Moodle's link to the left, the modules link to the left side, which is over here. Okay, and so that then takes me to this. Okay, so for me personally, I decided, you know what, for home, instead of having them to have to click through these things, like go to this every single time they log in, I'm going to change my homepage to just right to course modules so we can get right to it. They still have this access, so this thing right here is the same information, right? But we're still, but yeah, you notice that when I clicked on that, it went right to a page. But then when I go back to home, then I can go in and do whatever. Okay. So again, I'm not going to spend a lot more time on this video, but this is kind of the way that it kind of just looks. Um, yeah, when you're all done. Now, if people want to do, they don't want to do it by week. Again, I'm a strong proponent for week because it just helps the students figure out where they are and helps keep everyone on track and stuff like that. If you want to do it by modules, I mean, that's your choice. It's every discipline's a little bit different. But even like so this is just a different thing. The whole idea of these completed items and how to do all these things, that's for other videos. But I just wanted to show you really quickly, like, what can it look like when you're done, and how can you change the homepage, and just a few little things like that, just so you have a sense of, oh, okay, that's what it's supposed to be when we're done, okay, or that's what it could be when it's done. You want to may put your own spin on it. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful, and all right, let's go forth and conquer. All right, thanks.